Hi, welcome back to Don't Just Cook. I'm going to a little get-together for a friend of ours at their house, and they wanted me to bring something sweet, although I know my friend doesn't really like sweets per se. He's not like a chocolate or cake or cookie person, but he does like fruit tarts and pies. I wanted to make something a little seasonal, and stone fruits are just about to go out of season, and our fall fruits aren't just ready yet. So I decided to go ahead and go forward with doing a kind of like a tart, but with nectarines and with an almond cream. So we're going to do a galette. I've already made my pastry dough, which is the pâte sucrée. If you want to learn how to make the pâte sucrée dough, there's another video on my channel. Just if you scroll down, you can probably find it. And I show you exactly how to make the pâte sucrée dough to make the perfect galette. This dough is sweet, it's crumbly, almost like a shortbread. It's perfect. It gives a beautiful rustic look to the entire dessert. I've already made my almond cream. If you need the recipe for that, I can get that for you. It's basically super simple. It's almonds, a little bit of eggs, and a little bit of sugar, and that's about it. So we've got that. We've got some almond slivers to decorate the crust, some granulated sugar to give that little texture and add a little sweetness to the fruit and a little caramelization. Of course, we have our egg wash to wash that pastry cooked with. I did add a little bit of lemon juice and some sea salt to my nectarines, which I've already cut in half and removed the seed and the core. So those are ready to go. And then I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit of lemon zest. So let's go ahead and get that pâte sucrée rolled out. We wanna roll it out to about a 14-inch diameter. So I'm gonna lightly flour my surface. The pâte sucrée refrigerated overnight, and then I took it out this morning and let it come to room temperature. And I also like to flour my hands as well as my rolling pin so nothing sticks. So let's get this rolled out. And always keep in mind, if your pastry doughs start to become too soft to work with and they're just not participating in what you want to do, you can just pop them back into the fridge for a little bit or into the freezer. Okay, looks like our dough is nice and spread out, all laid out. So now we're going to transfer it to a cookie sheet that I've lined with parchment paper. Now, when I'm doing a galette like this, I like to do the parchment paper a little bit bigger than the pan because there are gonna be some flowing juices. So to protect your pan and make cleanup nice and easy, just cut your parchment paper a little bit bigger than what you typically need it to be. So let's pick up this dough, transfer it here. And now, the reason we rolled it out to 14 inches, and you can see it's a little big, is because we're going to fold the corners over and in. So it's not like a typical pie crust that you cut it and you make it all pretty and edge it and trim it. This one's gonna be a little bit more rustic and a little bit more of a natural finish. And now we're ready to lay down our almond cream. We're gonna start in the center, spread it out evenly. We're gonna leave a couple inches of border around. This combination is gonna be so amazing. So in here we have sugar, a little vanilla extract, a little almond extract to really enhance that delicious almond flavor. I think it's gonna pair beautifully with these seasonable nectarines. While we're doing this one, thank you for joining me here on my page on Don't Just Cook. Don't forget to like, and especially don't forget to subscribe so you can get notifications and find out what I'm up to next. Because I'm definitely always in the kitchen and always up to something, and I have a lot of great things coming your way. So like, subscribe, and don't forget, share this with your friends. There's enough for me to go around. And so we have that spread out nice and evenly. Now we're gonna arrange our nectarines and we're gonna put them skin side down, cut side up. And we can arrange them kind of in a nice pretty fashion. They are kind of like heart shape. So I'm gonna keep them kind of in a circular motion with that heart shape out. Let's see, make a little room for one more. Come on, ladies. There we go. So that's about what it looks like. And now we can fold in. And you're just gonna use this crust to just build a nice border. So you're just gonna fold it in, kind of press it in with your fingers a little. This is just gonna help keep all the juices in. Give us a nice crispy, crumbly crust with all that buttery goodness. If you search through my videos, you can see where I did a peach and blueberry galette, which was a little bit more traditional because the peaches were sliced and the blueberries were scattered in. Just give that a gentle press. We don't want to smush it down too much because we want that border to keep everything good and all the goodness inside. Now my oven has been heating to 425. Looking good, right? So good, so pretty. This is gonna be absolutely amazing. So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our egg wash. I like to beat an egg and add a little bit of milk to it. It just gives a nice creamy finish to the egg wash, a beautiful gloss, and it really helps to bind everything so the crust doesn't come apart during baking. I like to be generous, but not too generous because you don't want your crust to taste like a scrambled egg sandwich. But I want to make sure everything gets a little bit spread onto it. I am going to take a little bit of lemon zest. Remember, you don't want to go down too far into the white. You want to just zest the yellow part of the lemon peel. This is what's going to give a little brightness, a little freshness, and really wake up the flavors of those nectarines. Make sure everybody gets a little. So good. Oh, the smell of fresh lemons. Now I'm going to sprinkle some sugar. I like to use the raw sugar because it has that little bit more of that molasses flavor. So you're going to get that sweetness, you're going to get that crunch, but you're going to also get that added warmth. Being we're using this as like a transitional season dessert, we're on the way out of summer, not quite into fall yet. But don't you feel like September has like a little bit of an identity issue? It's not really summer, it's not really fall, but we kind of use Labor Day as like the unofficial end of summer. The weather starts changing, but not changing enough, so you can't really change your clothes yet. I don't know. I just don't get September. I'm sorry to all my September birthday friends out there. I love you guys, but yeah, September is a little questionable to me. Definitely not ready for anything pumpkin spice yet. When it's still 102 degrees here in Palm Springs, you don't want a pumpkin spice latte yet. Gonna make sure the crust has a nice crumble of the sugar. And then to really give a hint of what's going on inside, I'm gonna take a little bit of the almond shavings and add those to the crust. So when people see it, they know to expect something almond. And I'm a texture person too, so I love having all the different textures. You know, the nectarines are gonna be soft. The crust is gonna be, you know, flaky and crumbly. The almond paste inside is gonna be nice and gooey. And then we'll have the crunch of the almonds. I think this is going to be an absolutely amazing dessert. Truth be told, full transparency, it's my first time doing it in this fashion. So still a little bit of an experiment. Like I said before, the oven has been heating to 425 degrees. We're gonna pop this in there for about 15 minutes. We're gonna rotate it, lower the temperature to 325, and then continue to bake it for another 15 minutes. So hang in there, stand by. We're gonna see this thing come out of the oven really, really soon. And fingers crossed, it's going to look, taste, and smell just as good as it looks right now. All right, Dalé, let's go. Let's get this in the oven. Here we go. Oh, beautiful. This came out extraordinary. Look at that. A nice golden crust. The nectarines have held their shape beautifully, but they're soft and tender. You can see the juices puddled down into each one of them. Oh, this is going to be such a delicious dessert. Gonna let that cool, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna present it.